Welcome everyone to the House of More Politics. Yesterday, Al Sharpton was talking to Sean Combs about his tour, last album, and some other things that was going on in his world as a business mogul and a rapper entertainer. But then they brought up presidential politics, and here's what Sean Combs had to say about the future of the political world in terms of black people and President Obama's legacy.
Yeah. You know, I mean, my number one thing, though, and to be honest, is black people. I feel like we put President Obama in the White House, and when I look back, I just wanted more done for my people, because that's the name of the game. This is politics.
That's
you
right.
Put somebody in office, you get in return the things that you care about for your communities. And I think we got a little bit shortchanged, and that's not knocking the president. You know, there's a lot going on, a lot of balls in the joke. He's done an excellent job, you know. But I think it's time to turn up the heat, because the black vote is going to decide who is the next president of the United States. So I just really, it really makes me feel, you know, almost hurt that our issues are not addressed, and we're such a big part of the voting bloc.
Yeah.
And
not just rhetoric, but really address it.
I honestly think the heat has to be turned up so much that as a community, we got to hold our vote. Don't pacify yourself. Really revolutionize the game. Make them come for our vote. It's a whole different strategy, but I think we need to hold our vote, because I don't believe any of them.
Wow. I mean, that was a bold statement, and I could tell he had some issues with trying to say something like that, because he know that his voice, being that, you know, he's Sean Combs, and his voice speaks, his voice carries, you know, it goes global. So for him to say something like that was really it could be a turning point in presidential politics and just politics in general. Now, my question to the YouTube world, or the YouTube audience, or those that watch this show, is he right? Should we hold our vote? As a black population, should we hold our vote? I mean, for so long, we've catered to the Democrat Party as far as voting for them. And sometimes you got black people out there just voting Democrat blindly, just because that's what they've been doing for years. Just like you have Republicans out there. Hey, my whole life I've been a Republican, so I vote Republican no matter what. I mean, go to the YouTube clips and you'll see people voting Republican just because their family is Republican. But as far as black people in general, for so long, we've been handing our vote. I mean, think about it. President Obama got into office with 90+% of the vote in 2008 and 12. And has our situation changed? Has the black population's jobless rate, home ownership rate, small business loan rate, has that increased and gotten better? I don't think it has. So should we hold our vote? Let's go to a couple of clips of Barack Obama on certain policies. Here he is on immigration.
We're going to offer the following deal. If you've been in America for more than 5 years, if you have children who are American citizens or legal residents, if you register, pass a criminal background check, and you're willing to pay your fair share of taxes, you'll be able to apply to stay in this country temporarily without fear of deportation. You can come out of the shadows and get right with the law. That's what this deal is. It does not grant citizenship or the right to stay here permanently or offer the same benefits that citizens receive. Only Congress can do that. All we're saying is we're not going to deport you.
And here he is on the auto bailouts.
And if there's one thing that has unified Democrats and Republicans and everybody in between, it's that we all hated the bank bailout. I hated it, you hated it. It was about as popular as a root canal. But when I ran for president, I promised I wouldn't just do what was popular. I would do what was necessary.
And if you can believe it or not, here he is talking about Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders voting.
The AAPI community is the fastest growing minority in America, but well, that's good to cheer about, but it's still significantly underrepresented at the ballot box.
In 2012, just 56% of eligible AAPI voters were registered to vote, and fewer than half of those registered actually voted. So if you're upset with America's immigration policy, but you're not voting, that has to change.
Okay, and I can go on and on. I mean, he has talked about race relations in America. He has focused on the Trayvon Martin shootings and things like that, and he has put together programs, small programs, I would say, that cater to or puts a magnifying glass on the fact that black kids, young black men, come from broken homes. But we have yet to see a policy. We've yet to see anything pass through Congress. We've yet to see any kind of executive order. I mean, he's done an executive order on illegal immigration. He's came out with a statement about mass deportations and letting illegal immigrants stay here who have kids. And look, I would say, look, for him to do things like this is an awesome thing. For him to let Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders know that they need to get out and vote more, that way they'll be more represented in Congress, I commend him on that. I mean, Barack Obama has done some great things in this country, but again, black people in particular have been left out. Go back to when the economy was doing bad and people were getting laid off and it was just terrible, and then look at when people started to get jobs again. Black people's unemployment rate went up. We are still the last hired and first fired. So, and that's a culture that can't be changed with just the president alone. I mean, that comes from business leaders and the community stepping up to hire more black people in their businesses. I mean, the president can't make people hire them, but he can enforce racial discrimination. But we have yet to see any kind of policies that's going to help bring black people out of the shadows of unemployment. Our education. I mean, a lot of things that black people feel left out from. I mean, we're still right today. I saw them do during the Republican and Democrat primaries. They did an immigration forum on Telemundo and Univision. I mean, where was BET? Why did they do a black forum? Why did they do a black issue debate? I mean, they did a Latino issue debate. And not one of them talked about, well, it was a Latino issue. But I've never seen anyone come out and do a black forum, a black debate. BET, where are you? OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network, where are you? Yes, you endorsed Hillary Clinton. You came out late to endorse Hillary Clinton because even you were kind of hesitant to endorse her. I get that. But still, you got a network. Where are you guys saying, hey, let's spend an hour talking about black issues? So is Sean Combs right? Do black folk need to hold our vote? Because I guarantee you one goddamn thing, if we held our vote, because look, a lot of black people don't trust Hillary or Donald. But somebody gonna get in that White House with or without the black vote. So who's it gonna be? If black people was just to sit out this election, Hillary Clinton would not be president. Donald Trump would get in, and then what? Now we can see if it works. Donald Trump is a racist, bigoted asshole. And he only wants the White House to make a reality show. This man does not care about governing. There was a report that came out that he tried to back out Mike Pence. He didn't want Mike Pence to be his vice president. He tried to call John Kasich, Ohio governor, to say, hey, why don't you be my VP and I'll put you in charge of foreign and domestic policy. Do you know what foreign and domestic policy is? The goddamn presidency. Donald Trump don't want to be president. But if it's going to get him fame and some money, and he is not a billionaire, he's a multi-millionaire. And that little $400,000 check from the White House will help his pocket. This man don't care about the White House. But if black people was to hold their vote, Democrats got a problem on their hands. And just hold our vote regardless for Republicans or Democrats. Look, I didn't want this video to go too far, but that is a question. And I leave it to you guys to help me answer. Should we hold our vote this election? Or if we do vote for someone, should we hold them accountable? Comment below, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys think, and until the next episode, guys, peace.